don't really fucking use. Do you know what? Use this crusty bitch. She's crusty, man. She's actually good. She's actually good because I see a couple of people do some messed up shit with her.
Yeah, she's like, she is in one of the tops.
She probably is. Listen, there's a lot of characters that are so good, and there's like one. There must be at least a half.
The only people I would say that probably doesn't get used a lot, regardless of
Is this side?
What, for the dinosaurs, probably got to be one of them.
This side, what? I'm gonna for the cursor. 3/4 this side on the left, yeah, I hardly see get used, which is just.
I think like obviously.
When this game first came out, I remember Simeon put in a podcast, and even in his podcast he said he was sick of certain players playing this game in a certain way because all they were interested in was using the main characters, and then when the main characters, Robert was one of them. It's like one of his things disappeared. People weren't using him no more, you know. They weren't interested. And it was kind of mad when I was looking at the game. I was thinking, this guy's only playing it because this character's good, and this character can do light into his custom and start mashing them up. And when it was gone, people couldn't do it, so they were struggling. You could see the motherfuckers were all scrambling.
I was just thinking, it's like when Kara 15 comes out, what's going to happen? What's going to change for the second year system? It'd be interesting to see what it's like.
Oh, you can do it with just lights?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, you got to do level 2?
Yeah.
I've never used it, you know. Are you sure?
No, basically you got to max out though.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
How does she... It's Andy's super, isn't it? I mean, she's got all this. Seriously, I've never even bothered using it. I like the coins though. I'm not really one of them guys that's interested in. I don't really like practice mode, you know. I'm just not interested. Oh fuck no. You can practice while you play something. If you don't care about winning, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you practice. Because when you start working out, you think, okay, say I'm playing you on Samurai Showdown, and I'm hitting you with Charlotte with pokes and that, and the pokes ain't working properly. Then I'm telling myself, okay, this doesn't work this way, what about this way? If it doesn't work this way, try this one, and then try this one. And if this one's foolproof, if it's bulletproof, try something else. Try other things, mix it up. But people don't want to do that, they're just... Oh shit! She's alright, her lights are alright. She's just mature. So you've got Hurricane, double farm. Oh, you can't. No. Nope, that doesn't work. So I'm not sure what you meant to do with that. Nope. I don't think so. Hmm?
So is it the first hit?
You can't. She hasn't got no stamps on the floor, has she? So what else has she got?
She's got like a...
Oh! What's that? That looks like Dong Hong. How's she doing? Is it? Oh, there you go. Oh, sing. What couple kicks in there as well? Animal. So she's got rising tackle, is it? I should, you know, when this game first came out, she was one of the characters I wanted to try it, but I just didn't. There's no one really to play this. There's not enough people to play this game with anymore. People deserted this game, innit? There's nothing wrong with Samurai Showdown. It's like you can still play other games. That's why I don't understand that mentality with some people. Samurai Showdown come out, everyone's deserted everything they played. Don't worry, when the thing comes out, man, there'll be a lot of changes and people might just change their mind about it. So a lot of changes will have to happen to that game anyway, so. Bra. Oh yeah, they're flicking backwards and shit. So everything. So she got rotted. Was it Sonic Boom? No. Oh, you can just do it anytime you want. You don't. What? Oh, she don't have like. Oh, she does. What? Hang on. There's some madness in here. Oops. It's a bit crazy. Plenty of fish, yeah? Observing. I don't know. I don't waste my time. No success.
Plenty of fish now is. I wouldn't say desperate people have to go on there because you can find a girl in a nightclub. And I say that very carefully because you can't see you buy a girl a drink and then you continue chatting, and then there may be a little bit of like, it all comes up. But I mean, plenty of fish is worth a go for like a couple of months or something. If something happens, it's like find something else. I mean, there's other stuff you can go on, like you've got Matchmaker, you've got Tinder, and you've got others as well.
Tinder. I only really used fish. Don't use anything. I've never really used anything else. It don't interest me. Some of the comments, some people come out with, it's ridiculous. I don't want to know this one because this one don't do this.
But you know, some people like black.
They'll be the first.
Like white people like fucking white girls like black guys, and white girls like white people. You know, it's work for choice, really. It's kind of tough, but it's a tough thing, you know.
That's the way some people behave on it, man. It's a madness. Welcome to reality. even Vice is laughing.
The other problem about POF as well, well, actually, there's a few. I mean, there's stuff that is like, who wants to meet you and all that, and there's like people saying there.
Meet you?
Basically, on my one, there's like 4 people that want to meet you, but when you talk to them,
they don't message you, I bet. They probably don't message you.
I don't. It's a risky thing, but you know, you can either say hi, you don't get a reply, then something's not right with it.
Yeah, but why would someone go out of their way to message you, not to me? You don't mean.
Let me see you, my friends, even on one of Clarkson's, he met some girl who lives all the way up in Coventry. Now, it was all going really awesome. He's like, yeah, we should meet up. So basically, he paid the ticket to go up to Coventry. He was past Milton Keynes. He got a message saying, listen, I've changed my mind. I can't make it now. So basically, the man spent like near enough 55 quid to get up to Coventry. This girl probably wanted to get a bit of pussy, but obviously he couldn't find it. And it's like kind of.
But don't they think that? I don't know, man. Cause I kind of find that childish. Like.
It's wrong in so many ways. If someone did that to me, I'll make sure if they're like, are you definitely coming to meet me? Because I don't want to waste my journey. I don't want to waste that 30 quid to come up to like big Bournemouth or Wales or something.
Listen, I've got some old stories, boy. I could have told people back in the day when some look at me, some bad ones. There was people that I went out of my way to try and find and meet and make friends with. You know, some of them made me go some fucking distance, man. I'm talking Dorset and Poole. I spent like
Bournemouth, that area.
Yeah.
Oh,
pardon me. One girl, man. I went fucking distance to meet her. And then she didn't even want to meet. She met me, but she didn't want to meet. You know what I mean? It was her friends met me at the station, and she like ran off. And I thought to myself, why make me come and spend 3 hours? I hang out with her friends for an hour, and then I just said, I've got to go. Like, I'm not wasting my time, innit? Then when I got home, to be honest, I'm still friends with one of her friends to this very day. Very safe with her, very safe. When she comes to London, you know, we still talk and shit. She didn't do nothing wrong to me. She could have told me to get lost. Some of them didn't even know what she was doing, man. It's not all race, but like, yeah, but when you see them ones, they've got them on their profile and they'll say things, yeah, you know, I don't want to date this black guy, I'm not into this Asian guy, I'm not into this black guy, and you don't even want to really waste your time and ask them why. Like, there was one girl on my Facebook, yeah. See, this is fucked, because I spoke to her as myself, I spoke to her and she wasn't interested in talking to me. Then Adam came down and said, listen, use my profile, innit? But use his profile. And I started, yeah. And she chatted. Adam couldn't chat to her. He couldn't chat to her for shit, bro. He couldn't get anything out of her. When I chatted to her, I was making her laugh. I ended up being her friend on Facebook. Adam even fucked her and everything. I hooked her up with Adam. And she didn't even know it was me all along.
Oh, no.
She never knew, bro.
That's bad, man.
No, but to this day, she still don't know about that.
So why did she find out?
So who cares, man? Who cares if she
It's all used, man.
But who cares? When it come down to it, she dated him, innit? She dated him for 2 years. But if I turned around and said, yeah, you see, when everyone's on Plenty of Fish, he didn't chat to you, I did.
How many people would you say you know that?
How many people do I know?
Yeah.
What, in person? I've met? God, since what, 2004. Probably 7, 8 people I've met off it.
Oh, really? 8? Well.
Probably 1 a year, if I'm lucky. 1 a year.
At least you don't get a
Ooh.
But as I said before this podcast, it's like when they see a nice person, it's like, oh, I'll take you out. They don't want to hear boo to a goose. I think, oh no, this guy's too nice. I'd rather go with a guy that stuffs someone on a bus. That's my type of man. You know. See,
yeah, there's girls I know. There's girls I know.
I'd rather go with a violent person than a guy that's passive.
There's girls I know that they will pick guys for the maddest reasons. Like, this guy's a pretty guy, or this one, I don't know. This one takes drugs or something. This one's got money. This one's got a car. But when it breaks down, bruv, I could go out and have 3 jobs, work my ass off, have my money saved up, and a girl ain't interested, yeah? But she'll be interested in some guy who's got like a bag of weed, a couple drinks. It's like, boy, like, maybe, just maybe, some like the danger.
Yeah,
some just like the danger.
He's in risk as well.
No, but some girls like danger. They like that danger guy. Some girls, see, this is dangerous though. Some girls like to mould guys in it. They think that when they meet a guy, they think they can change him before you even date him. I don't know. Say like you could meet a girl. Say like Gemma would meet you, and she could say things like, "I don't really want him playing DDR anymore, so I'm going to stop him doing that."
But that's my prerogative. You know
Not really. She can make you hang around and do different things. You don't know
well,
that.
what else can I do? I mean, she's one of the most boringest people. I'm not being funny. All we used to do is go and watch cinema, and I used
You could
to
do
take
it. And
the
used to
time.
work there.
I did indeed, yeah.
So I wouldn't do
bearing
that.
in mind, obviously, she could have took like advantage because obviously where I got free comprehension tickets, she's like, yeah, and he works in the cinema. Yeah, he gave me a free penny. See, this is the thing. Facebook was really bad for that. When people found out I used to work at you, I used to
Get mates rates. Everyone's asking for
basically,
tickets.
Well, this is it. I mean, people I've not seen for like 5 years. It's like, oh, can you give me some tickets to watch that?
But you see, how many years you've known me? Since what, 1996? You never heard me once ask you that.
Yeah, but this is
Never.
When you don't even speak to this person, they say, listen, you work at a cinema, can you be able to give me some free tickets? I remember once I was on an early shift, And what film came out? Star Wars: The Force Awakens came out. 3 people came in and said, "Oh, could you give me copies?" My manager's right there, and he's like, "I can't do it." And it's like,
Then they were, "Oh, you're a cunt. I'll lock you off and all that."
Funny enough, one person just blanked me. I said, "Hi."
But that's like me. Like sometimes I even remember when King of Fighters 14 come out, when I used to work with, like, say, Vernon and Derek, and then people was getting copies of the games. But then I had people behind the scenes ask me, "Can you give me a game?" I was like, "How can I give you a game when I ain't got one?" Because I didn't get any at first. I bought them fair and square, and I bought my own games downloaded. And there people were asking me, "Oh, get me a copy."
Where did you get it from? So it's not out yet.
It's not even out, but I ain't even got one. I can borrow one.
I remember when was it Stratford? When they had it on the arcade.
Stratford board thing.
Yeah. That was 3 years ago. No, sorry, 4 years ago. That's when everyone was going to weapon, wasn't it?
It's closed down now, I think.
I don't know.
I don't see it open. I've never seen it open in ages.
I don't really venture that, to be honest with you. I think obviously since Vernon's took over, that you're more or less the gaming scene over in East London is all based up in Hackney Wick. And
Taking the scene over.
No.
I'm not interested in any of that. It's all a load of...
Put it this way, if you had Vernon on PSN and he says, "Oh, let's play KOF, best of about 30, 40 games," you would accept the challenge, wouldn't you?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Brother, I'm not interested in anything. I've got nothing against the guy, yeah. He makes things personal in his life against other people when it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Unnecessary. There was issues back in the day, yeah, that happened amongst not just me and him, with other people in it. To me and to those others, they probably moved on in it. Then he kind of didn't. Because then all these things personal coming to this East London thing. Then one day I come home and I find my thing blocked. I was like, well, I'm not coming then, innit? Mesh was sitting there Mesh was sitting at the back, Mesh was talking in the back end of the building. I remember this night as well, because I think Dell was pissed off with Vernon or something. Something about, he wasn't getting a proper percentage, or there was another guy that was working with them. I can't remember his name. I think it was Nicky, and he was doing the recording or something, and they weren't really getting paid a certain amount. I wasn't.
I know Arnold was involved in that as well, weren't he?
And then I was sitting. Mesh was kind of depressed because some shit was going on in his life, or someone got killed or something like that. So I was chatting.
Every time I see that guy, looks fucking happy.
Who?
Mesh.
Not now, not nowadays. But I was sitting there chatting with him, and it was like really, really dark evening in that corner. And then when I came back, I saw this thing Vernon wasn't chatting, and Derek came and took his monitor. He said, "Come, let's take the monitors. I'm going home, man. I've got nothing to do with this thing anymore." It got pushed with someone else, or he done some deal with someone else and pushed everyone out. Then by the time I got home, it just said I was blocked, and I just thought, that's all right then I don't have to come, and I never came back.
But you got your own place there anyway, so you can have people around for tournaments.
I'm not all about that though. If people want to play games, they play games. If people don't want to come out, they don't come out. I don't force them to do anything they don't want to do. There's places everyone can go everywhere, not just Vernon's. They can go anywhere.
You could do this like Heart of Gaming. You could go to.
Listen, people at Heart of Gaming, there's people that used to come here, like Glenn and that, yeah, and Glenn used to get brocked at games, and he'd go back to Heart of Gaming, and they'd be telling people, don't come here.
You told me about this guy.
Yeah, and he told people not to come here. For what? Because you got licks. You know what I mean? It's so.
It's the Heart of Gaming now really is literally just full of children. It's run by.
But if it satisfies what Mark needs to do, then that's good for him.
Well, I heard
if it brings the money,
apparently Heart of Gaming's in a lot of trouble.
If it brings, listen, at the end of the day, if it brings in the money that Mark needs to flourish his business,
he needs it a lot. The poor guy needs it a lot.
Well, good luck to him.
Yeah, exactly. He's all right. I like Stark.
I can't.
He can be very, very corrupt in certain ways.
Some very deceptive things about him, man. I can't be around guys like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
He used to rob people that I knew here. And personally, these people are dangerous people, man. They could have done serious things to him. And it wasn't like someone was asking about, because 10 years later, some people are still asking, where is he? Where can we go? They could go to Heart Game and just finish him off if they wanted to. I'm not involved in that kind of shit. But there are dangerous people that, these things, what you got to understand is, back in the day, when you're sticking it on people and you're taking their cartridges, these games were not like £10, £20 games. These were £100, £200, £300, £500 games you're not giving back, and they just all of a sudden a brick came in a letterbox or some sort of stupidness. You think these guys are going to joke about that after all these years?
And the thing is, Mark, he's just very.
It's very childish back in the day, but when
nowadays, I'm not gonna lie.
no, I'm just saying those things back then were kind of childish, and you think, alright, cool. But when you start growing up and you start saying to yourself, but I've got a business now that I want to run, but I can't run this business the way I did because all the people that I fucked over that could have helped this business where it is, you see, can't do that. You dead yourself.
The only reason why Heart Gaming is how it is today is because it's crowdfunded. Well, I think it's crowdfunded anyway.
Crowdfunding?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Couldn't tell you.
I mean, there's some good things about Mark and there's some very wrong sides. I mean, obviously, I think I told you about what happened at Southend. He went to fix one of their machines. Apparently, their first strike machine was fucked. The sticks were not working. So basically,
I'm assuming. Right, hold on. Let me assume something. I'm going to say that he went there and he took parts.
Yeah, he basically did.
Well, you see.
And
because I'd have to think of the mind of what the opposition would do.
Mind,
that's horrible to think like that, but that's what you...
The guys who were in Southend went all the way up to Wolverhampton to ask, where's my stuff? Because obviously they lost money, because obviously when Mark did a dodgy job, and he's saying that, oh, it's technically it's fixed, but it wasn't even touched. All he did was swap the bits over. You know, you're not a nice person, to be honest with you, and obviously that
yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you. But when you think that you're going to survive, your business is going to survive, when all these other people you're going to need to do these things, and they're all going to turn around and talk about you and say, this is what you've done to people. Well, there you go. So then you can't expect nothing.
LB Arcade down in Central London, they cut some ground.
What'd you do? Oh, now you do it. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Dunk. Damage, man. Low. Just freeze it. Go on, click meet her. No, don't.
Well, she's from Croydon, so...
That's far, man. That's a cab. That's a cab away. No, joke. In a cab, I don't know.
Yeah, probably be about
40 quid. What, cab there? Cab there and back?
So you'll go about 8 quid. Bearing in mind, obviously, you have to go through Central London. And obviously, they're going to charge you for congestion charge.
Oh, loud up.
So, I wouldn't bother. I'd rather go by train. From where I live, it would probably take me 2 hours to get there and 2 hours back. So I usually go into Market to Liverpool Street, and then Liverpool Street to Farringdon, and Farringdon down to East Croydon. And it's worth it. For the day, I suppose it's worth it, because, you know, Croydon's a big place, man. Nice lot of time.
I can't remember Croydon since the children's home days, man.
Yeah.
It used to be called Neverace.
Never is.
Yeah. Well, I was at school in Kent. There was one children's home. It was in Kent, and it was called It was in Croydon called Neverace, and the other one was at Tredegar Square in Mile End, and it was called Tredegar. It's just they're all right though. Sit there. If you behave yourself for a week, you get £15 pocket money. If you get in detention or anything, then you just don't get fuck all. Some of us used to just hang out as friends, man, and we just got in so much trouble. One night I just remember someone going in the room like, fuck you lot, man, fuck your pocket money, and we just fucked off. Then they started doing things like taking the Super Nintendos away, and I was like, how can you take away what we bought ourselves? Like, you're mad. Don't even try and get it twisted. God, Joe is so strange in this game. One character, his mobility is so slow. Oh God.
I mean, Kid of Fighters isn't Kid of Fighters. In the arcade,
His mobility's music's different. That's not the music. That's not the music I was looking for. So you actually have to use Fatal Fury. That's kind of crazy. Oh yeah. Alright. Serial killers. Ah, that's dark. Yeah.
So they killed their fucking husband and you're literally next to them.
I remember. Oh shit! I remember one story. You know. I don't know if I should say it. Because the person could hear. No, not now, but they'd know in the future. They'd know I'd be talking about it, but not in a dark way. But basically, she used to date like 8 to 10 guys off it. But what she did is she lined them all up. No, she was smart. She told me about it. She goes, I date this one on a Monday, and if he ain't available, my phone will tell me the Tuesday when I can call him now.
Oh wow.
And so when her date ended, she would have literally, let's say, they could take her out. She'd be like, oh, I ain't got no money for shopping, so they'll buy her shopping. So they'll buy her.
Taking the bait.
Well, yes and no, because basically they'll be buying her Sainsbury's. This one will take her out on the weekend.
Right.
This one will take her to France or something. You'd think, what the fuck? You've got qualified. You've got a qualified. You're a qualified person, because I don't want to say her job, because then I'm dead. So she's qualified with a lot of money, has her car on the opposite side of the road, and you're dating between 6 to 8 to 10 guys in a week, not really doing anything with them. That's what she says, but I believe her. Because one of them, she just went to the cinema, took him to the cinema. They went to cinema. She come home. She bought her weekly shopping or whatever. Gave her £100, and then he ducked out. As soon as he ducked out, she said, "Now I'm going to line up a date." Then she found the next one. Then she said, "Yeah, within an hour I'm going West End again and meeting this one." And it was like 2 in the morning. We had coffee.
How many did she fuck out of them? All 8?
2 of them probably. But one of them spent like serious money. Like he went to France and took her to Italy on weekends. Like he spent serious dough, and she was still friends with him, and he never really done a thing with her. She even said that. I believe her, because she'd say otherwise. You don't have to do things with everybody.
Well, no, you don't. Something about that.
Yeah? Bloody hell. Joseph, crazy. Crazy still. Crazy. What's that? Was that your Facebook?
Yeah. Are you still logged into your...
Oh, no. I was just wondering what the fuck that is, because I can't see from here. Like, I'm half blind these days. Holy shit. You. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with my thing. I'll probably shut it down after a while anyway. That plenty of fish thing.
Will you go back on that?
Oh, what if I shut it down?
Mm-hmm. Like,
I don't know, man, because it takes too long. It takes too long to set up, and you write about,
you can avoid...
write about yourself. I don't see the point. Right, like all that shit.
What do you write about?
What I do?
Yeah.
Play games, hobbies, music. Well, you're gonna click on my profile, yeah? Gonna start dissing it, yeah? No joke. I don't really put anything on there to make myself sound desperate, because I ain't. Well, I'm not even desperate anyway. I'm not even a desperate person. Like I said, I don't even mind just making some friends. See a different thing, see something different out there, someone completely different that can maybe even sway and change my mind in life. But how the fuck can you do that when no one gives you really a valid chance at anything? It's hard, man. Am I gonna grow old? I'm gonna grow older and just keep telling myself, like, is this really what life was all about? Because this internet age and all this shit that they put in place in the 20s, it wasn't like that. You could go out and you could meet people. I'm a confident guy, don't get it twisted. I'm a very confident person. I'll chat with anybody. I could go to a bar now and just randomly chat to a woman, just give her a drink, just make a friend.
Yeah.
I ain't got a problem with that. What the problem is what happens after. Where it's all like, oh, I'm not into this, I'm not into that, I'm a studable person, you know, I don't really hang out with these people, I'm not into this, because I'm not into this, I'm not qualified to hang out with you. You could be into rock music and I could be into Latino music. Oh, we're the wrong type of music. You're left wing, I'm right wing. Oh, we can't talk about it. No. If you're left wing, you should then.
True.
If you're right wing, then you're fuckery. You think, what? If you're both on the same page, you still don't get on. You still might have different politics about yourself, different views of life. Or this one's on benefits, this one's on housing association, this one works multiple jobs, don't want nothing to do with you, thinking you're skinflint and you're gonna rob them, take money off them,
It shouldn't be
sitting
like that,
at home.
to be honest with you, but
No, but people think like that. I can think of a girl, she's probably single with 2 kids on benefits. You're gonna judge her because of that.
you shouldn't. But
She could just be going out. She could be going out on a babysitter. She's got a babysitter or a friend to go take her out, so she could go out for a drink with her friends. She may not even tell you anything. She might just say, "Yeah, I'm single. I ain't got no kids." When it gets deep, hold on. Let me explain. And then when it gets a bit deep, then she's thinking, "Oh, do you know what? This guy's pretty safe. Let me hang out with him." And then she has to come out of all the lies that she said and say, "Do you know what? When I first saw you, there's a couple of things I didn't tell you that was like, you know, the truth." And I'd be like, "What?" "Oh, I've got 2 kids and I don't work and I sit at home most times, and the only time I went out was because my friend babysitted for me. So I don't know if you want to be with me anymore." Like, you know.
It won't bother me if a woman had kids. It still wouldn't bother me.
No, but I'm just saying that kind of scenario. I've seen there was one girl. Was it Kelly? Long back in the day, like 10 years ago, and I didn't tell her like certain things. I didn't tell her certain things about myself, and then she come around one day and said, "Why didn't you tell me?" I said, "You didn't ask." That's all I said to her. I wasn't fucking her over. I wasn't cunting her. I didn't lie to her because I never lied. I said to her, like, the whole point of me getting to know people is I ask them questions. And I said to her, I know you. I know your date of birth. I know your kids. I know where you work. I know all the things you do. I hang out with you. I go out with you. I know that you like orienteering. I know everything. What do you know about me? What do I do in my free time? And she went, "Well, I kind of don't know because you never asked. And you never want to be interested in anything I tell you about. One thing I was into is gaming, and you didn't want to know." You was like, "No, I don't really play games like that." But then you play Xbox. But I just said, like, I play games, like, I'm into games. It's one thing I have a hobby about, like, I like playing games.
Well, you've been a gamer for more or less
Since I was 10.
Yeah, so good
33 years.
33 years.
Right. Games and racing. So there was a lot of things when it come to gaming. Because everyone thought that I excelled at fighting games. Fighting games wasn't really my main forte, it was racing
games. You could play most games. I mean, you play DDR at one stage.
DDR, yeah. Until I broke my leg, then I stopped, I retired. Broke my leg twice, man, that was enough. Bad injuries, mate. I used to love DDR. And then when I played it on console, it wasn't the same thing. It was heartbreaking sometimes. It was kind of depressing, man. I could have felt in depression playing it like that. Because you couldn't use your feet.
Yeah.
I had to use my fingers and do it, and I just thought,
I mean, obviously, there's some skill using your fingers on that.
No, but I was perfecting the stages that I couldn't do with my feet. Right. That I was doing them with my fingers, and I just thought, nah, this is...
When you used to go and play DDR, was it at Trocadero?
Yeah, used to play Trocadero, and there was one at Namco Westminster.
Oh, yeah, by the London Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to go down the steps.
Yeah, I was down there for
used to go there. I've still got tokens. And all that shit. So it's like those days. Those were the good days, man. You spend £5, £8 credit, £10, you get £15 credit.
The thing is now, dude, the arcades over here is dead. I mean, in Japan, they're still going quite.
It's dead here because the new generation chose it to die. That's nothing to do with us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because in the 60s, people used to go out and play games. When they used to go out and play games, they had to have their books, notepads. They didn't have mobile phones, so it was like, how do you get hold of this person? I live at this address. 70s and 80s and 90s. Let's spin it up. Let's just say the 90s. When we used to go out, we used to go to Namco, and you had to go with a pen and paper, or you had your Motorola Flare or your M300. That's the phones I remember people using, or the banana phone on a Nokia 8210. And you had to save all your numbers in your phone. These are the people. Listen, I'm being...
Snake was your fucking game.
Yeah. Listen, what are you doing today? Oh yeah, I'm free, you know, what you got in mind? Hey listen, I'm gonna go to Namco, I'll meet you there. How long are you gonna be? I'm leaving now, so I'll get a train, I'll be there in an hour. You know, you get your kid a quid, pound travel card, just go to Namco. Ansel used to make me laugh, because he used to say, you could actually spend £2.50, because he would play £1 and he'd play Dungeons and Dragons and you'll get to the end of the stage and crash it on purpose and you'd say to them and get your money back, and you'd sit there all day. There was a certain stage, you put it in a certain spot and you just crash it and he'd just sit there and he'd tell them, oh it's crashed, can I get my money back? Then they'd give him not just £1, they'd probably give him £2 or £3 and then he'd sit there for hours on it, and I'll be sitting there bored with nothing to do because I'll be like, do you know what, I've nearly run out of money.
What games were there at the time? What obviously was there?
KOF 97, EX2, Rave Racer, Dungeons and Dragons, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Alpha 2, 03, Rival Schools. I remember, like you could walk in there and walk straight down the steps, and you used to have like that garage music or some mad music.
Crocodile was huge for gaming as well.
I used to love that about Namco. You could just go in there, the vibe was mad. You just go in there, and it'd always be someone you'd know. Loads of Tosin. I remember Kitty. There was loads. Simeon, Ryan, fucking hundreds of people. Mark. Used to sit there. Mark, twins. Will, rest in peace. Ian, Ash, CX players, CX people. Warren.
Yeah, Ash is a strange one. I mean,
why? Ash is alright, man. I think Ash is okay. Strange, just Ash is Ash, isn't it? Alright, business. I don't want to talk about people like that. There's no point, because he's negative.
I mean, let's go to where I was at the Silver Dollar Arcade. That was our arcade of
Jansen and all that.
Jansen, Will, Andy, Dane, Nax, myself.
But would you Matthew and all that? But would you say back then that was good times, or was there better times?
For Romford, because that was the only arcade in Romford. I mean,
yeah, but that doesn't mean to say that was the best place that you would hang out like that.
No, because there wasn't. See, that's a tough one because
I think the best place where I hung out there was an arcade shop. No, Aces wasn't a place where you improved. It's just everyone going there to play games. But who went there to improve? Who really went there to improve, to do something? Some people, okay, let's just say I was playing Street Fighter EX and I sat there and I got all the scores with all the characters. Now as time went on, people were just like, I don't want to play this, and I'm like, why? Because my name was on the scoreboard. I went, what? Because my name's on the scoreboard, you're not playing the game. Like, don't you want to improve how to play this game against other people? So challenge people in it. And they're like, nah man. But if you went to like Zoofs or Shunums and EX was there on the PlayStation 1 and 10 people, I think like his mum went on holiday one time for 6 weeks to Bangladesh or something like that, and he let 10 or 15 of us were in there doing 5-on-5s. Then everyone wanted to play. But when we went back to Aces, no one wanted to play. I was like, come on man, you lot save like hundreds, like a good couple of quid sitting in someone's house to play it. Go and play it in the amusement. Like, nah man, I ain't got money for that, I'm going to buy chicken and chips. I'm thinking, you guys are like kind of shit. And I'm sitting there like, do you know what? I got my only way to improve, right? I said to Zuf one time, let me go first, innit? So I just went first in the 5-on-5 and I just eliminated the whole team. Okay, EX1. Yeah, EX1 plus Alpha. No, just the 5-on-5 was alright. I just thought if I'm gonna just play, I might as well play and just beat everyone. I'm not playing for any other reason, you know. I wanted to play to have fun. That's why I was at the back. I just thought, if I have to come back or just beat a person.
Would you say for EX, who would you reckon was your top there? Who would you play random?
What do you mean? Like, who was the best characters? Fuck. Alan. Yeah, EX1, probably Alan. Yeah, his forward knee was good because it was very safe. But they were better than Ryu and Ken. That was the maddest thing.
To be honest with you, every time I used to play Garuda looked too good in that game.
Yeah, Garuda's good in all three of them. Well, all four of them, really.
Fighting EX Lair
as well. 5 games. EX2 is harder than EX2 plus. There's certain things you can't get away with. Because if you do Excel wrong, trust me, in the EX2 there's certain window frames you can like escape and get away with, but as time goes on, nah, you can't get out of them. They will catch up to you and they'll just say, listen, we'll break you in bits, you know.
I remember Darren Meister. Oh my god, I think
He wasn't good he was good, but he didn't have the right tools. Like the movement was poor.
He was just literally a new version of Zangief, really.
Yeah, but his movement wasn't as good as it was in EX2. Mm-hmm. When it was in EX2 and EX2 Plus, like, I was like, my god, man, he's better than Zangief. Zangief was, and the thing was, Zangief was good. Zangief was probably in the top 10, but Darren was still better than him. Yeah. I was like, pfft.
And you got all the silly characters. Like
there's so many characters. I couldn't, to be honest, it's one of the games I could never tier. I'd never tier list it because it's so.
I mean, obviously, there is probably a tier list.
Of course, there is. It's debatable. The tier list is debatable in that game. It's just I couldn't.
I'll tell you who is a bit of an interesting character. Fulham. Fulham is like the Cammy of the EX series, really.
She is, but she ain't. She can't take out. Like, if she could take out over half the characters, then I'd say fair enough. But a one wild card character is Area. She's too wild. Yeah. She's too wild. I think she's coming out on the X layer soon, or she might already be out.
She is out.
Oh, it's on it then.
Her and Volcano Rossa were free.
No, Sharon.
Sharon. Is it Sharon?
Volcano and Pullum.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Then Sharon came out. Then Terry came out. Then Area's meant to be next.
I reckon they could put other characters in there then.
Street Fighter just didn't want to play ball and say, yeah, let's make.
They could put like Gal in the game.
They should bring the characters from the original fighting layout. Just let Exodus and all that. Just put them all in there. Those characters are mad.
You reckon Terry's a good idea putting him in the game here?
He fits like a glove.
Yeah. Well, I saw Maximilian Dodds trying to do some training with Terry recently.
Terry in that game. He's hybrid. He's like he's on drugs or something. It's like he smoked some weed and just doubled his moves up. And he can bounce people because I don't think a lot of people are used to that. Like Terry Bogard having juggles and.
Can you imagine if they ever did have a player with 15 and do juggles and that?
No. Oh, they did. They did in 13.
Yeah.
People were getting bounced. People were getting bounced and stuck in the air forever, man. Like, what the fuck was that about? Don't want to be doing that kind of shit again. Doesn't make sense.
Fighting EX layer now. It's can I say it's a tournament game? Would you say? I mean.
EX layer.
Yeah.
Watch it at a higher level on Twitch. It's kind of interesting.
It's all Japanese, though.
Yeah, it's all Japanese. Like Japanese players, they're all proper mint into that game.
It's the same with Dragon Ball, man.
I could sit down for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and go into it. But if you ain't got no one here really to play it, like, and discover certain things.
I could play it, but I don't play it anymore, man, because it was very hard to get a match online these days, man. It was very hard to get a match.
Well, I will play it, like. That's the thing. I don't want. When you got games, the first thing you shouldn't be doing is playing them online, because if you play it online, you can't play offline.
No.
Because you're sitting there thinking, these games are like, you look at this character and say, this is the character that's a bump online, and then when you go to an offline tournament, you'll find out that character can't get away with what it can't.
Same with Dragon Ball, because on Dragon Ball Fighters you got offline mode or online mode. Obviously you can do online training, but if you're training your way for a match to come, someone's going to just join you straight away, you're going to get bullets.
But I don't know, online gaming, man, mash up a lot of games, and it mash up the scene in a certain way. But I ain't going into that kind of conversation, because then, you know, you got your outsiders will start, you're talking shit, and you got all this esports just mash up their things.
If it's true I'm hearing about esports, that's going to be in the Olympics in the foreseeable future. That'd be interesting.
Can you
imagine Street Fighter 5 being on the fucking...
When you said that just rocked my chest laughing, mate. Yeah. Esports at the Olympics, like, man's getting a gold medal for being a complete fast.
Is it literally FIFA, fucking...
FIFA?
That'd be really it. FIFA, and Pro Evolution maybe, but I don't know. What else? I mean, they can't do a beat about like fighting games. They could do games like Fortnite, because I know Fortnite's quite popular.
Fortnite it's on season 9. Yeah, Street Fighter is on season 4. Yeah, Street Fighter's struggling, mate. There ain't even...
Well, hopefully Evo comes out, they might bring out a couple of characters, maybe Sodom.
If they looked at Fortnite, if they turned around and said Fortnite is a fighting game, and they could have had that at Evo, could you imagine how many people would be playing Fortnite? and if the money was right.
It'd be ridiculous.
But Super Smash Brothers seems to get it right all the time. Like they've made a better game, a better system. The game has more characters than it ever has. It has more stages.
I never played Killer Instinct on either. I know you play games still. People still play them.
I don't know. I think last time I played Killer Instinct, I think season 3 was free.
Oh yeah.
Downloaded it and all the bits and pieces were free, and I thought I've got a full game here for nothing. Didn't pay for it. And I still don't even want to play it.
I don't like it.
I preferred number 2, but number one is too easy. Like Spinal is like bottom tier. But I used to just mash people up with Spinal like it's a joke. Spinal's the only character I like.
Combo as well.
Nah, it was too strong. If you played the people I used to play, then it was annoying after a while. Ansel used to play it on the SNES, but then Ansel used to use Idol, used to use the boss.
Oh yeah.
He purposely used the boss.
Used that fucking infinite with Orchid as well.
Cinder. Cinder had an infinite. An Orchid had an infinite which stuck you in the air with a cat.
So
and people were just licking it out all day, and I was like, this is just madness. Like,
this is not how we should play games.
But then so Spinal had to stay on the ground the whole game to win matches. Like you can't parry, you had to parry fireballs, and you had to make sure everything was on point, because if you made one mistake and he comboed you and you lifted in the air, you were dead. It's like, and I sat there and I used to laugh, and I told myself, like, you have to get this game into a new level. You got to stop this habit of like trying to think of jumping and anti-air attacking. And how do you beat someone just by staying on the ground? Is it possible? Is there bulletproof points to it? Have you got fundamentals to say to yourself you can beat them on the ground and only on the ground forever? It was hard, man. It was hard back then. You had to multiply your thinking, and then if that person came off, you had to wash that out of your head and say, now you're playing someone else. You know, they might be good at something else. So how do you add this? How do you add this to your repertoire? Who the hell is that? Yeah, what were we saying? I forgot what we were saying, man.
Yeah, what?
Oh.
No, that's all it's about. You say Killer Instinct and say Killer Instinct. What would you say Killer Instinct in comparison of?
Killer Instinct? Killer Instinct was its own game. Killer Instinct didn't take off in the way it should have because, man, as it was easy to play. That's okay. Let me think. The characters all had their system and they had their combos that you could do, but some were easier than others. But the problem was the combo breakers kind of split players apart.
Yeah.
And the damage for certain characters, like say, I don't know, TJ combo was too much.
This game, obviously, I would like to see.
I wouldn't mind seeing Virtua Fighter, but I don't want people just sitting there. No, it's not that. I don't want people sitting there saying they want to see Virtua Fighter and then, you know, they're not there to play the game, but they're there to support. Because there's a difference. There's a difference when there's people who sit there, they'll be gassing, man. They'll be like, oh, I want KOF 15. Did you play 13? No. Did you play 14? No. Did you play 10 or 11 or 12? No. What do you want 15 for then? People sitting there saying they want Street Fighter 6 and then they're like, what's the point of Street Fighter 6 if you say Street Fighter 5 is shit?
Yeah, they probably won't do a 6 after.
I don't mind, I don't mind Street Fighter 5. I'm not saying Street Fighter 5 is good or bad. I don't play it as much as everyone else. I'll play it like once a week. And I'll just do some tasks and turn it off. And when you choose a different character, I'll find a good interest in it. Because I'm not playing it and burning it out like everyone else does.
Right.
I've got friends who sit there every day for like 30 days. Like, yeah, man, I'm in the rankings. I'm in the top 10,000. Who cares? I'm like, my rank is like 1 million something. And yeah, like diamond rank. Who cares, man? Who gives a shit about all that? Taking that to some next level, like, of some worry. No big deal. There's no big deal about that kind of shit. If you think a bit different, if you feel a bit different in your whole existence of your life, things will be a bit different when it comes to gaming. But they seem to think that this generation, they seem to think that wins is everything at all costs. Like sometimes you can't, it's like I said earlier, sometimes you buy a game and you can't even practice a game like with someone. I'm not talking about practice mode. I'm talking about, say I could play you now, Terry versus Joe. Now I could be no experience with Joe. By the 10 games that I finished, I'd like to think, do you know what, I probably gained 10, 15, 20% in Joe. I've got some understanding about the character, things that I want to learn in it, things I want to know and think, can I tell myself I don't mind this character? But you can't do this. You can't do this thing with these people. Because all these people think different. All they're businessing about is, I want to win this game, and if I don't win at this game is shit. I don't want to play this. I'm going to play the next game. Fuck your game. That's how people behave.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that keep on. See with these professional players, they know how to play most games.
But look at Samurai Showdown. Let's just see what happens after Evo if the game is still played. 14 ain't playing it. No one plays 14 at a certain level like that now. Games taking off. There was times when Third Strike was the most popular game. People, do you know what? I even said that to someone yesterday. People were sitting there saying like Third Strike's meant to be the greatest game of all time. Yeah, if it's so great, if it is, then why is it not at Evo? Like not in a side event. Why is it not one of the main events? It should be in the main 10 games. If that's the case, Super Turbo.
They concentrate on these ones, obviously. Street Fighter, Dragon Ball.
No, you could say that, but then that's like saying, but Under Night Birth, yeah, that's a fresh game. Put that out there then.
They are actually, that is uneven.
Yeah, but as a side event.
Is that so?
I'm sure it's side event. Side event only.
Doing so much of Bleach on their own.
Blaze Blue Tag, the tag one. That.
So again, another game,
Soul Calibur. Do that. Yeah. Oh shit. I don't know. I did have videos back in the day doing things with him. I forgot how to do all these things with him. But I got too engrossed in doing different things with my life, mate. That's what it is. No regrets though, because went down, yeah. Went down, clapped. Or actually, no, sweet. I'm sure you can do that. That takes a bit of damage. Woo. Okay, it does work. I wasn't after that, but no, I didn't want to do that. That was a thing. No, I'm just testing something. Just off that. It's alright. Something. Actually. I wonder if that works. Doesn't even. Can he do it off lag? You can do a flat kick. Yeah, look. So it should say 29. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Light kick, kick, light punch.
Oh, is it?
Mm. There you go. Pad dead. One of the pads is down. Anyway, fuck this man. It's nearly 60 minutes. Might as well close up, wrap it up soon. Damn. Some combos still. I got a minute. I'm going to give a shout out to Kelly B. I'm going to give a shout out to Yaz. I'm going to give a shout out to Jake. I'm going to give a shout out to Kirsty. I'm going to give a shout out to Michelle. A shout out to Donna. A shout out to Del. Thank you, Del, for getting my games. Thank you, Michelle, for getting my games and trusting me as well. If there's other people I've forgotten, safe, because it wasn't on purpose. But I'll chat to you guys in a couple of days, man. I wish you a lot of the best. It's time to sign out.
See you around.